Good evening, everyone. My name is Rohit Raut, and I'm a BTech last year student of Agate University. Hope you are doing well in your life. So, before wasting any time, let's take a deep dive into the content. This is the topic I'm going to change. The topic is legislature. I don't know what is the meaning of legislature, so I first to search about it. What is the meaning of legislature? Okay, so what is the meaning of legislature? Let's first understand it. Legislature means the body of the government which takes decision, which makes law. Legislature is a word derived from legislation. Legislation is making laws. So the conclusion is it is a body of a government which has the authority to make laws in favor of public. It is, we can say, that the medium where public interest or the opinion is taken into, not taken into consideration, but making of laws in favor of public to support them for their goods. Got the meaning? Let's understand it in depth. So there are lots of news on the newspaper reading that the new law is formed or the old law is replaced by the new one. I think some day back I heard a news that UGC law. Do you know about it? I don't have much idea about it, but UGC laws is the law where other backward classes, or we can say that OBC candidate and the SC/ST candidate given the power to file the complaint against the general candidate if the issue is related to the caste, and general candidate becomes little bit and general candidate becomes little bit worried about this law. That is why there are lots of protests happening around India saying this law should be banned. This law should be taken away from this um, from the book of law because it is only in the favor of it is actually against the general public, general caste public, because this law is actually made taking into consideration of the OBC candidate. In previous days, in earlier times, only SC/ST given the topmost priority because of their population, because of because they also face lots of casteism That is why they have some sort of a reservation. Got it? This, in my point of view, UGC is good, but it should be applicable to the general caste as well as it is applicable on OBC and SC/ST. In the same way, it should also be applied for the general. Then it becomes the uniform, and no one will have the issue. If this happen, then definitely it will be a good step. So this is the power of legislature. Actually, in India, there is a legislature assembly, which is the government body, or we can say that the infrastructure which is responsible for making laws. They are Do you know what is the process of making a law? I don't know the exact process, but I have seen some of the footages or the videos of the legislature assembly where the two or more candidates argue with each other, taking into consideration the uh, good and positive and negative impact of this law. In this way, they prove their points, and who proves their point well and in a very clear way. There is then after that there is a voting, and if the majority of the parliament of the majority of the member has a vote against making a law, then this law has been implemented, and then this law and then this, we can say, the agreement went to the this agreement goes to the president for signing to make it into an action. If the majority of the candidate, or we can say the member, is not satisfied with this law, then this law is no more applicable if it exists. If it is not exist, then this law has not been implemented. Then this law has been finished. There is no more talk about it. In this way, the law is made, or we can say that the rule is made. Listen, every law is made only for the welfare of public, not for any other kind of we can say interest, private interest. So this is why the legislature becomes important especially in countries like India, where it has the highest population if I compare it with other countries. Do you know India has the largest number of peoples? What is the meaning of that? India has the highest population in the world. Got the meaning? That is why there are lots of like levels of making a law, of owning of like of governing the India country. There are lots of steps. There are lots of ministers. There are lots of government bodies. In this way, the country India is ruled, and every minister or the, let's say, collector is elected by the public. If public has interest, then based on the public interest, the ministers are made, not made. Ministers are selected. So this is what the right to freedom and right to vote came into action. I think you got the meaning. Let's conclude all this point. First of all, I have given you the meaning of legislature. Then I have provided you some of the given and some of the practical example which you can relate. I think that is enough for today. 1 to 2 minutes is already been over. I will meet you tomorrow with the next topic. Make sure to subscribe the channel if you are feeling it good. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.